yeah, yeah, and come together and not just look the other way. And I mean, you see the government do it all the time. They put stuff out or implement a law, and you don't have too many people that say anything about it. They just look the other way and go about their daily lives, and that's hurting us more than it's helping.
Definitely, I agree with that completely. So, with that being said, since we're talking about, the violence that's been going on, recently, let's get into the song History of Violence that, you made. Let's get into that one. So this is History of Violence by The Reaper.
Motherfucker, you! Black Rose Familia. We in this bitch. No joke, I see you good looking out. Hey yo, I can just see you cats scrambling for extra bullets and extra clips and shit. But I'm here to tell you it's not enough. It'll never be enough. Hey yo, AR, we gotta get him now, dog. You gotta breathe. Here we go again. It's like a story that never had an ending. Just when you thought it was over, it starts back at the beginning. Grim Reaper, the dawn of war, another episode. Ready, cause here we go. I'm switching to killer mode. Who you thought you was fucking with, I do not know. The same nigga that leaks ether into your soul is back. 12 years ago, I was close to being erased. You didn't finish the job, that was a big mistake. So many victims, so many people slayed. I made a promise to myself not to go back to the grave. But you niggas keep pushing me, that seed keeps calling me. I can't ignore the screams, and that in 20 keeps haunting my dreams. My war wounds is burning for a battle. All I wanna see is bloodshed, nothing else matters. And because of that shit you did, nobody is safe. The motherfucker you left for dead is now aiming at your face. You know what that means, you shit out of luck. I've been sleeping for 9 years and you just had to go and wake me up. You looking for mercy, partner, you got the wrong one. Think I'ma let you live, bitch, you got the wrong one. Somebody call a medic, this one is done. I'm just scratching my off my list and move on to the next one. I warned you niggas, but you didn't listen. Now a bunch of motherfuckers is about to be missing. You can't run and you can't hide, so why even try? To be honest, you'd be better off committing suicide. But you won't get that pleasure, dog, that shit won't be. You can give your soul to God, but your ass belongs to me. I was a fool to think that I could live in peace, saying to myself if I just hit this one mark and I would be free. But I was so wrong, the curse is not gone. I'm still breathing, so the violence goes on.
That was History of Violence by The Reaper himself. And
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
That's crazy. So, like, can you tell me, like, some of the things that you've seen in Memphis, like, the history of violence that Memphis has, like, like the things that you saw, like, can you, like, explain what you experienced and stuff like that with the history of violence and all that stuff?
Yeah, I can take you back to a point where that song, that was a song that was really personal to me because that it's telling a story. I was involved in that, and I was actually to a point where when I say 12 years ago I was close to being erased. That's true. I actually had someone that tried to make an attempt on my life and almost succeeded. And I was in the hospital a couple of days, and come to find out while I was in the hospital with someone close to me, and that's why I say I was led by people that I thought I could trust or thought had my best interest at heart, and come to find out that they didn't. So, needless to say, when I found that out, it didn't go over well with me to know that there's somebody out there who I trusted with my life, would actually be out there and do something like that to me. So that vengeance was on my mind, basically. Vengeance was on my mind, and all I saw was red. I couldn't see anything else, and I wasn't gonna be free. I felt like I wasn't gonna have peace until I handled this situation like I needed to handle it. And just things that I've seen. Yeah, I could go from drive-bys to people getting set up, lured in, and it's just a lot. I've been involved. I could say on probably 4 occasions I've had bullets just go right past my head, like in the middle of a shootout or something. And one of those cases, I wasn't even. I was just a bystander, basically. So. And that, those are things I saw, and those are things I would have on my mind. And growing up in the neighborhood, you never know what day you might be in the mix with something, going on, or you might catch a stray or something like that because somebody else is beefing and you're standing somewhere around, and all of a sudden you're involved in it. So, and that was real personal to me, and it was basically a message that I was putting out to say, hey, I'm gonna make this change regardless, but I'm gonna handle my business at the same time. So I'm not gonna back down when it comes to me being threatened or my family being threatened. I'm gonna do something about it. So and I feel like everybody should have that type of mindset. And like I said, it goes back to me protecting my family. It goes back to that, protecting my family, protecting myself. I gotta live to put food on my table, and I would hope that everybody else is trying to do the same.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely hear you on that. I mean, that's crazy. Like, how when your homies, friends, like set you up like that.
Yeah, and I went through a complete change around that time. I was, had a nice job working as a manager and everything, and thought I had everything on the right track. I was actually paying a car note and paying insurance and everything, and this come along, and I thought I was at a peaceful point, and that came along, and it awakened something that I thought I buried, So,
I mean, it's good that you can use music as an outlet, to channel that anger, like that fury, that like that revengeful feeling that you had, like like, oh, I'm gonna get this dude back, you know what I'm saying? But instead you were like, all right, I'm gonna go in that booth, I'm gonna record, I'm gonna spit that that stuff,
yeah.
Like about what happened, man. That's crazy. That's a cool story, man. And there's not too many rappers nowadays. I feel like that, rap and tell stories. It's more just like, money, clothes, cars, and it's like, that's cool too. Like, I'm not, saying that's not good at all. Like, that's good music as well. But I feel like it's cool that someone, a rapper like yourself can actually like tell a story about what they've been through, the struggle, and having like a friend just turn on you like that.
Yeah, and I want people to be able to see that and visualize it, because I'm at this point now where I do have a story to tell. I can backtrack and go into whatever I've been through, because I'm able to do that because I know there's somebody out there that's probably going through the same thing and probably feel the same way. But later on down the road, you start hearing my music, you'll start hearing what I did to change, what did I learn from that, what I developed from that, and you're basically going on a ride with me from darkness into the light. What did I do? What did I transition from? And like I said, I always go back to it. Family makes you strong. It makes you strong. It's your driving force, especially when you have kids and things of that nature. It's your driving force. And I can say that was one of the things that really made me do a 360 and what I was doing. So, and I believe if I can do it, anybody has an opportunity. You always have an option. And if I can do it, you can too. You can change that. You can move to the next phase. You can go to the next level and get yourself to the light. Get out of the dark.
And that's good advice. What advice would you give a young person interested in pursuing a career in the arts? Especially like hip hop, rap. Like, what advice would you give them?
But one thing I always say, and I always tell everybody, you never know someone's story until they tell you themselves. You can hear all this other stuff about what the outside or other people are talking about, but you never know a person's story until they tell you themselves. And I would say that the advice I would give them is in this industry is you got to have heart. You have to be relentless. Never give up. Don't settle, especially in this industry. Never settle, because you'll have people that's telling you you're not good enough, or that's not what that's not what I'm looking for, and things of that nature. But you can't let it. You even have people that really probably don't even listen to your music, don't like what you're writing and all that. But you still have people. You still have another group out there that can relate to what you're writing and what you're saying. And I say just keep trying to push on and develop yourself, and keep trying to reinvent yourself, and use those talents to the best of your ability.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, don't give up. It's like not everyone's gonna, love your music, but then there's gonna be that one person that's really gonna love it and is gonna, sign you, give you a deal, whatever. So, you can eat. But in the meantime, it's like, we gotta, live positively, and instead of doing the easy things and taking the easy way out, go and get a job. Like you were saying, it's like, we have choices, we have options. So let's not only pick that one choice, that the easy one, go the easy way out.
Yeah. And I've heard songs where I've listened to them, and I'm like, how the hell did they get on the radio? They got to know somebody, they got to know somebody that's DJing or something that put that song. How the hell did they get on the radio? And I've been places where I've been in clubs and they play the same song, and you got people dancing to it. So you got people that you have an audience somewhere. You got an audience. There's gonna be somebody that like your music or like what you're doing. So I mean, just hang in there and keep at it, and you'll get there. Keep trying to develop your skill and reinvent it, and you'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, take you for example. You're a rapper. I'm a DJ. Real Loud Radio. It's like I saw you. I heard your music, and I was like, nah, I gotta get him on. I love his story. It's definitely inspiring, like coming from Memphis, and then just hearing the songs, especially those two, like my favorite of yours. And it's like, yeah, I mean, cool. When it comes to mainstream radio, it's like they really do only pick certain, rappers or certain singers, and it's like it really just, it's like these people are like paying money to get played on the radio, like lots of money, like probably thousands of dollars. It's like it's like you really do have to kind of almost, I would say, like sell your soul to them. It's like you definitely got to be signing contracts, and it's like you can't just be, you can be skillful rapper, like you can have all the skills, you can have you can freestyle, you can do all that stuff, but it's like that doesn't mean they're gonna necessarily play your stuff. So it's like, yeah, like definitely, like for those up and coming artists, like we encourage you to definitely give us a call, get on the show. It's like we're up and coming too, and it's like we're trying to benefit from each other. So we're doing a good and positive thing, and we have the Reaper here and stuff like that. Yo, Reaper, you think you can drop a quick freestyle for us real quick? Like, you think you can do that?
Yeah, sure. Let me see. Let me get my job together.
Yeah.
Father, have mercy on my soul, 'cause I'm riding in the fast lane. I know I said I'd do better, but ain't nothing changed. I'm still running these streets. I'm still packing the heat. I still do whatever it takes for my family to eat. But enough about me. There's a lot of the people that's suffering. If they ain't getting hit by the hurricanes, to fucking go.